My name is Michael. I'm a small business owner. I'm giving Dropbox Business a 3 out of 5. For more reviews like this, click below. So I've used a couple of different cloud storage programs like Dropbox Business. Before using Dropbox Business, I was just using regular Dropbox, like the personal version. I've also used Google Drive, which actually I've switched from Dropbox Business to Google Drive. Um, so I've used a couple of different ones, and I'm actually no longer using Dropbox Business, but I used it for a good while. So at the time of choosing Dropbox Business, I made the switch over from the regular Dropbox platform. The reason I made the switch over from that was just to have a little bit more features, more space, and just have it to sort of. I thought it would be maybe a little bit more quote unquote business oriented and more features, maybe a better display. Unfortunately, I didn't find that there were a ton of differences between the two that worked for me at least. But initially, I made the switch to kind of just have like a more in depth and a more just a bigger and better platform for cloud storage and sharing. So it is really easy to get going with Dropbox Business. It's pretty easy to share folders. I'm sure most people are familiar with the basic version of Dropbox. It definitely is an easy platform to understand and to navigate through. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't find that there were too many in-depth features. So depending on if you're just looking for something super super simple, this is a good thing when it comes to this. But I was looking for something that had a little bit more depth to it. But getting going with it, definitely pretty easy. So if you're considering Dropbox Business, it's most likely because you've used the standard version of Dropbox, or you're looking for a professional cloud-based storage platform. Um, and while I used it for a while, I did actually switch away from using it. I now use Google Drive. Um, the reason for doing so was because I just didn't find that Dropbox Business had all the features and uh, options that I was kind of looking for. Definitely, it's easy enough to share files, large files, and to create folders and have a team that you're using it with. So it's easy enough for that. I just didn't think that that it offered enough. And I'm working in audio, so you can listen to files um, with Dropbox Business. However, the quality is not as strong as you'd hope, and there's a lot of issues playing back the files. Specifically when it comes to audio, I was looking for something that could be a little bit quicker and make sure that the high fidelity of the files that I'm sharing was, if you played on the platform, that that you could that it would sound good and not have any issues. So that was a main reason. I also just think that the interface and the overall sort of uh, structuring of the software could be a lot more appealing aesthetically um, than it is currently. So I thought that Google Drive was easier to navigate, easier to share stuff. So that's why I switched away from it. I mean, it's definitely certainly not the worst platform in the world. It definitely gets the job done. I do think it could be a little bit cheaper as well for the business version compared to some of the other options out there. So for these reasons, I did switch away from using Dropbox Business. But it is worth a look. I wouldn't say completely discount it. Everybody can decide for themselves. I believe it's certainly worth a look, but wasn't for me.